Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. This is Steve on mic 2. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to Green Gully Reserve.
Testing 1 2. Welcome to today's game at Green Gully Reserve. Big matchup.
Yeah, it is. It's just on the settings. That level. I'll just put them both on that. I'll just go again. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Well, it's a good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 22 of NPL Men's Victoria match between the host Green Gully Soccer Club and the visiting South Melbourne Football Club, coming to you live from Green Gully Reserve, all thanks to Football Victoria's YouTube channel. My name is Alex Steve Karosky, and joining me for the first time today is Steve Curtin. Welcome, Steve.
G'day, Alex. It's a pleasure. It's been a long time coming, and finally we get to work together side by side, not only today, but in a later game as well. But it's all about what's happening at Green Gully Reserve this afternoon, round 22 of the competition. And both Ramon Falzon and also Esteban Quintas have swung the changes from their teams that lined up in round 21 with 3 changes. A Green Gully team that sees Mo Adam jump into the starting lineup. There's no Manny Peters. Jamie Latham's out suspended, and Dalibor Markovic dropping to the bench. Jay Chiama comes in at left back, and there's a start for Thierry Irankunda in midfield as well. 4 changes for Esteban Quintas' side. That's an all-new front 3 from the team that beat Dandenong Thunder last Sunday at Lakeside, with Max Mikola, Noel Bernarda, and Mihalo Marinkovic coming into the front 3. Harrison Sawyer dropping to the bench. Jake Marshall returns in central defence. Jordan Lampard also returning at left back. And both of these sides have got a lot to play for. Green Gully, well, their faint finals hopes might be just still alive after the results last night, with Dandenong City and Melbourne Knights both suffering defeats, and they're 7 points outside of the top 6. If they can win this one today and get just that little bit closer with those 4 rounds that remain after this, they might be an outside chance. But for South Melbourne, they're 7 points clear of second-placed Avondale, and a win today, and Avondale slipping up at home in the 3 o'clock kickoff against Oakley could just about almost see them seal the deal and be premiers for 2024 this weekend. Very nearly. Alex, sun's out here, and it looks like being an exciting contest. What are you looking forward to seeing today between these two sides?
Well, it's going to be up to Gully how much they want to put the pressure on. They are fighting for that top 6 race. South Melbourne, though, they've rung in the changes, as you mentioned, Steve. They've got a big couple of weeks coming up. They've obviously got a huge game against Hume City next Tuesday in the Doherty Cup, and after that they've got the A-League side Wellington Phoenix in the round of 32 clash. So Esteban Quintas has to manage his side from here on in, and that's why he's rung in the changes today. Big opportunity here, as you said, for those that starting in the lineups to impress both coaches. As we said, as after today, there's 4 games left for the season. How quickly it's gone by. It'll be the host that will kick us off underway, playing in their usual green and white strip. South playing in their the blue strip, as would get us underway here as that one goes long, and a chance for a... Well, could have kept it in. So wherever you're watching, we see a few goals here, Steve.
Absolutely. Well, you were here last Saturday at the same bat time, same bat channel, Alex, and you saw 5 goals in, well, a bit of a seesawing match with finals implications alive, that Dandenong City ended up coming and planting their flag in the ground here. The boys raiding from the southeast of Melbourne, coming here and getting the points in what was an impressive performance. And Gully showed some glimpses last week, but they weren't able to come home with any reward. Yeah,
a bit unlucky there. They come rushing home, but just didn't have enough left in the tank, and they're going to have to pull a big game today. Jalil Ragu just taking a bit of a clip on the heels there. Nothing intentional that time from Robert Harding, who's coming into the lineup today, formerly of Manningham United.
Yeah, well, Jalil Ragu celebrated his 23rd birthday last week, and well, he must have decided to get that special haircut for the occasion, as well as South Melbourne kindly returned the ball to the Green Gully side. Liam Driscoll in goal. He just about needs a cap to deal with the sun in his eyes in this first half. Jalil Ragu and Taylor Shrivers lining up as essential defenders, with Jay Chiama and Justin Spiteri lining up right back. Yes! Chiama at left back. There's 3 Spiteris in the matchday squads for these 2 teams today.
I wonder if they're all related.
So we'll have to keep clarifying by using the first name. As Bernarda goes to ground looking for the free kick, and Noah Langerak, who's our match referee, waves play on. This is Tavir, and he's going to calmly play the ball back to Ragu, who gets the ball distributed out wide to Jay Chiama, who's keen to impress after getting the start. He had to bide his time on the bench last week, waiting for Dalibor Markovic to strut his stuff in the first portion of the match. Green Gully looking to control possession here, and they love to stroke the ball around on this good playing surface. A little bit heavy underfoot. We walked across it before the game, Alex, and well, I wasn't quite getting bogged, but it was a little bit heavier than it looks perhaps on TV.
Yeah, they do sprinkle it a little bit before the game and at half time, so We see a lot of play slipping over in the second half. At the moment, it's looking in pristine condition as South now playing out the back from Spiteri. So you can hear Esteban Quintas shouting at his charges, trying to get them to moving along as another ball upfield this time. Watched closely that time by Bernarda. Noel Bernarda, 11 goals to his name as the cross came in that time from Lampard. Playing against his former squad. Lampard again going wide. Good tackle there from Spiteri. Good challenge once again from Lampard going forward. Hope trying to block his run. And it'll be a throw for South Melbourne.
Just trying to get my head across all of these changes for South Melbourne. As we said, 5 changes to the team that got that 1-0 win courtesy of Harrison Sawyer's goal last Sunday evening, and looks like Robert Harding's lining up as the right winger. He played as something of a 10 in that match last week, in behind the striker. But Max Mickle is the key returnee into this team, because you know what that brings? It's a long throw and into the breeze. This will just sit up nicely for the South players to attack, and it's away by Taylor Shriver, so well dealt with by that Gully defence. Lampard keen to impress against his old side, but as he played that one over the crossbar, perhaps there could have been.
Well, if it goes in, I'm sure the crowd will change their tune, but at the moment, it's in their good books. There's a short ball in, they play it out. Another chance here for Tavia. As that time takes a touch of Pope, and once again, South going forward. And it'll be a throw for a Green Gully deep at left back.
He's been an impressive player at Eastern Lions by reports as Jack Pope, and he's come straight into this team and made the starting 11 in consecutive games now, so he's certainly holding his own out there and giving Esteban Quintas a lot more opportunities to shuffle the pack in central midfield. We see some of the other players use at central mid, including Ross Archibald starting on the bench for the second consecutive week today, as well as Mario Barcia, the metronome in that midfield. He's not there today in the matchday squad at all. What a goal he scored for his first goal of the season a couple of weeks back against the Oakley Cannons.
Very unlucky not to get goal of the week that time. Fortunately, Danny Thun, the keeper, decided he will take it in the last second as a quick throw. Kadapko flicks it on. Chance now. Good running here from Adam. No Adam in the starting lineup after being out last week. Still a hot ball in a tight position, and it'll be a Gully throw. Kadapko to bring it in.
Alex, we better not remind Green Gully of that Piers Clark goal from a couple of weeks ago, because it's still something that's haunting them, dropping those couple of points that they did, which could have really helped them in the race for the finals.
Hope. And the Rakunda leaves it for Ragu. Chance for Kiama. Gully haven't enjoyed a lot of possession early on, as now they're starting to get into the rhythm. Spiteri.
Good, Justin, good.
No pressure from the forwards here from South Melbourne. Kiama now, a bit of space on the left-hand side. Anucci scored a wonder goal last week. Can he look to replicate that again? Everyone in their attacking half here for Gully, as playing a through ball. Hope tried to square it, but good defending here by South, cleared by Lampard, and just running out of space. Chance for Gully now to bring it in from the throw.
Yeah, good block on the cross there from Yankovic as Hope tried to play that ball in, but the weight on the pass from the right back there from Spiteri, that was excellently weighted through ball by Justin Spiteri to favour Josh Hope. And here he is on the ball again, Josh Hope. There's plenty of blue shirts behind the ball. Everyone except for Robert Harding back behind the ball, and even Harding is retreating back to a deeper defensive position. So it's a wall of blue here for Gully to play through, and the cross comes in. Kadakpo's the target. He wins there. Non-preferred, and it was certainly the shot that reflected that of a non-preferred foot. On the volley, it's out of play for a goal kick. 0-0 here in the opening minutes in this one between Green Gully and South Melbourne. Steve Curtin and Alex Sivkorowski with you on the call this afternoon. We hope you're enjoying this wherever you're tuning on the NPL Victoria live stream. A couple of big games last night. Heidelberg United 2-0 winners against the Melbourne Knights, and a bit of a goal fest down at Frank Holohan. There was Hume City coming away with the points, 4 goals to 2.
Despite being a man down 2 in that one, they had a red card. Hume City.
You caught that game last night, Alex. It was a dramatic one, plenty to report on by all reports.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what comes out of it. So, obviously, Hume will be looking at this game closely. Their opponents, South, in the Doherty Cup semi for a chance to play in the finals. So, they need every single player they can on the field, as South are really looking to wrap up the season here today. Obviously, Oakley and Avondale playing after this at 3 p.m. So, the premiership plate's still on offer, but a win here today will put them in good sorts. Oh, a bit of a mix-up that time from Inglese. He swings at it now over the top. Ragu heads it back to Driscoll.
Inglese started in central defence with Jake Marshall getting in the right back position today, so coming up there directly opposing Gianluca Iannucci. So we'll keep an eye on that battle. It promises to be an exciting one. Kadakpo in recent weeks moving into the number 9 position after playing as the right winger, and Mo Adam playing out wide. And here's Mo Adam on the ball. Bided his time on the bench last week and ended up not getting on the park. And a couple of Port Melbourne recruits in the mid-season coming across. Matty Peters joining Gully, and a couple of former teammates, Jalil Regaig and Mo Adam already here. So this man as well, Luca Tavir. Be out of play for a corner here. It's giving us a goal kick, so South Melbourne happy with the way that they defended that one again, throwing plenty of bodies at it, including the number 15 out there, which is Zach Spiteri. Just trying to keep across all of the Spiteris that are out there as well today. And Green Gully on their bench have also got Jai Spiteri, the recent recruit from Geelong Soccer Club, who's been playing State League 1, with Geelong dropping out of the NPL system after being relegated last year. He's featured for them 9 times, the Stead Park outfit, and scored once, so gets his second chance to be in the matchday squad for his former junior club, Green Gully.
Wouldn't happen to be a right back, would he? 2 Spiteri right backs at the moment, so hoping for a third. We might see Raymond Falzon make that change later on.
It's almost like they're playing 5 across the back here at South Melbourne, with times Inglese and Zach Spiteri swapping positions.
Interesting.
It does look like 5 just at the moment out of possession.
Interesting setup from Esteban Quintas. You think like he'll play attacking style. It's very defensive at the moment, but he obviously changes that formation as the game goes along. He's got 2 weapons on the bench, Andy Brennan and Harrison Sawyer, so maybe just saving them for later on, give him a chance for a bit of a run. As Tavia here has to go back to his captain in Shrivers. Ragu goes wide. Annucci scored the goal of the week last week. Flicks one over the box to Hope. Gets around Lopez. Shout for penalty. Referee waves him on.
Close call there for Noah Langerak. A difficult one to make as well, and he's decided to give the benefit of the doubt to the defending team in South Melbourne and award the goal kick. Hope was just clipped by the goalkeeper as he came out. He got the touch on the ball. Lopez and Hope, just the slightest of amount of contact. Hope just asked the question. Oh, it's like a cricketer turning around saying, how's that for an LBW shout there, was Josh Hope, but Noel Langerak turning him down. No DRS available.
Jankovic now looking to go up forward. Gets a pass. Plays it upfield. Quick 1-2 football here as Nicola flicks it over the top, just on the back of the head of Lampard. Just lost his footing at the last second as Shrivers clears for the line. It will be a throw.
So these are the chances that South Melbourne are banking on. As we said, they're now going with the 5 at the back, with Jankovic, Marshall and Inglese lining up as the 3 central defenders, and then the wing backs either side of them, Lampard and Zach Spiteri. And these are the chances, these are the moments they're looking for. Max Mikula to send in a Hail Mary at the top of the 6-yard box. Again, it's Taylor Shrivers who won the header. No doubt Raymond Falzon and his team have worked on that in the training ground this week. It's away by Justin Spiteri that time and out of play. Here's Hope, the new signing from Gardner's reserve, grabbing the ball, but he's going to, of course, give it back to Nicola to send it in long again.
Amazing to see how Max is able to get so much power from the throw. He usually has that long run up at South Melbourne. At Lakeside was a little bit shorter here. He still manages to get it in right near the penalty spot. It's a deep, long throw here. Ward's headed down. Chance cleared. Gully now. Referee will blow the whistle that time as a foul occurred on Anucci.
Robert Harding pleading his case. You mentioned that with the long throws and the shorter run-up, you can't come in from lane 8 of the athletics track like he does at Lakeside Stadium, but he's also throwing them into the wind. But it seems like that they do well when they are throwing into the breeze when it holds up, and it's harder to defend and harder to head the ball away. But so far, Taylor Shrivers has done really well in repelling those long throws, and that'll be what Ramon Falzon will be hoping to see for the remainder of the 90 minutes here. 13 minutes gone, still 0-0 here in this round 22 NPL Men's Victoria clashes. Regates to switch the play. He's looking for Adam, but he picks out the former Gully defender in Lampard with an eccentric flick back to his goalkeeper.
Robert Harding just having a chat to Esteban Quintas there. As you can see, he's limping a little bit, so might have to watch a close eye on that one as sub he wants to make early on. There's a chance now for South through the back line here. Goes short to Mikola, dropping very deep as he goes a long ball over the top to Harding. Just couldn't time his run as offside flag is raised there.
Pause to take a look at the players that the coaches have got available on the substitutes bench this afternoon. Ramon Falzon at his disposal this afternoon. Dalibor Markovic, Philip Panuzio, Elion Kiffel, Vasilius Suvlis, Reef Murphy, the sub-keeper, and Jai Spiteri, the player that we mentioned coming in the mid-season window from Geelong. For South Melbourne, it's a strong bench, isn't it, Alex? Andy Brennan, Harrison Sawyer, Emmy Pios, the sub-keeper, Will Ayoun, Ross Archibald, and Jack Painter-Andrews.
I think not too many teams can afford to drop names like that, especially this late in the season, but Esteban Quintas has that luxury there. As you said, he's got a 7-point lead, but more importantly, he's got a couple of big games coming up, and he knows silverware is on the cards, and they can take it easy today. I mean, not that he would want to, but he knows the two big games, the Doherty Cup and around the 32 clash, are pencil marked in, and they're expected to do well in those two games, especially against Hume City. They've got the number on them, and against A-League side Wellington Phoenix, who, if there is an off-season, Steve, so it's a good time to catch those A-League teams now.
Yeah, that'll be the one they'll be targeting to make a real statement against a full-time professional outfit like Wellington Phoenix, and having that opportunity on their own patch at Lakeside Stadium, a ground that they've been able to get some good results on consistently for a number of years now. Just give them all the confidence, and no doubt we'll see a healthy crowd of blue and white turning out on the occasion for that one on the first Tuesday of August. That one takes place, the Tuesday after the Doherty Cup final, and well, they might be playing in the Doherty Cup final on the Saturday and then lining up in the national round on the Tuesday, so that will be another big week as well if they're able to get over Hume this Tuesday night. That match also on home soil as well, after they had to play in the play-in game. Got the win against Heidelberg United. They're defending here again. Kadakpo's there. It goes across the back post. An enterprising attack by Gully down the left-hand side with Jay Chiyama heavily involved. So Gully trying to just find a way through this packed defence. That's going to be the challenge for Ramon Falzon's team. They're good at playing that high possession game, but it's going to be the speed of the ball movement and their ability to move around this South Melbourne team. There's some experienced heads in defence, but there is some younger players out there as well. The likes of Pope and Marinkovic lining up in central midfield, and if they can get the better of those boys in the middle of the park, maybe they're an outside chance to open the scoring here in the first half and put the cut amongst the pigeons. As the ball's played forward by Yankovic, and galloping down the line is Lampard, who tries to get the early cross in. It goes behind. Played. It's going to be a corner kick. It's deflected off the Gully defender, so another chance for the big boys to come forward. Plenty of height there in Glaze as well. The young man is looks like he's even taller than Marshall and Yankovic just about there, Alex.
Yeah, it does look like it, so plenty of height there for Max Mikola to pick out. Interesting running as Lampard is playing that left wing back type role, as making bursting runs down the line, so Gully need to ensure that Spiteri covers him, as Mikola now to bring it in. It's Mikola. Cross comes in, looping ball, headed away that time from Iradakunda. They swing at it wide, but it's going to end up being a goal kick. And a chance now for Gully to get the ball back. So you said easier said than done. Once they do get past those 5 defenders at times, they've got to get past Harvey Lopez, who is not such an easy beat, as he's been, once again, one of the top keepers in the league this season.
Toughest assignment in NPL football, I'd say, in Australia, in any of the NPL competitions, is getting the ball past an agile custodian such as Harvey Lopez. His shot percentage is off the charts year in, year out. Or actually save percentage, should I say. Here he is on the ball. He just calming things down again as Gully set up in their defensive block now, and South Melbourne are invited to try and play their way through. Maybe that's the chance for Gully to try and hit them on a turnover. But that's how South Melbourne scored last week. Harrison Sawyer winning the ball back from the central defender, going in to score. It wasn't a glorious build-up, but they all work. It was a good finish as well by the big man.
Harrison Sawyer, 14 goals to his name, leading the Golden Boot race at the moment, as Mikola expecting the hit from Hope as Lampard there recovers. Chance now for Jankovic. No, happy to move it around in the back line here, South Melbourne. No pressure to go forward if there's not a player up front. Once again, Jankovic looks upfield. No one in the middle as Mikola now wasn't expecting Lampard to go back a little bit. There's a chance now for Spiteri to bring it right in front of the bench. Just finding it a little bit difficult here. Gully to win it back as Lampard happy to go back to Lopez and restart the play. You just feel like Steve Gully one chance that they might have, they have to take here today, because it's a very, very big back line with 5 in defence, and you feel like chances aren't going to come as much as they hope.
Yeah, you couldn't put it better, Alex. I think they have to be very clinical today, and it's a real arm wrestle out there in this first nearly 20 minutes that we've played out here. Galakpo putting himself about and coming away with a smile on his face. That's good to see. Esteban Quintas. Well, you heard that through our effects mic here on the NPL Victoria live stream. Jordan behind the camera's even got a smile on his face too. He's been doing some good work as well for one of our fellow broadcasters on the Euros as well as Esteban Quintas. He's a busy man travelling up to Sydney to get in the studio, or should I say for the Copa America. Robert Harding on the ball here. I'm sure he could do a good shift analysing the Euros as well. But yeah, the Copa America's been his stick, and Argentina through to the final against Colombia coming up on Monday.
I wonder who is going for, Steve?
I don't think it will be the Colombians, but I'm a bit jealous. My brother over in the States was able to get to that match in New York where the Argentines beat Canada 2-0 the other day in front of 80,000 people, and that would have been certainly the place to be the other day. But at the moment, it's still an arm wrestle here. Here's Iran Kunda, who's come into the starting 11 for the suspended Jamie Latham. Adam. Justin Spiteri. Shrivers out wide is Jay Chiama out in front of the Green Gully Social Club, and the sun's just gone behind the clouds here. Temperatures dropping down a touch. Plenty of instruction coming from the Green Gully technical area. Pressure from Mihailo Marinkovic, and he's adjudged to have fouled Luka Chavir there, so a little bit of reward, but the free kicks are a little bit of a distance out here for Gully to try and tempt fate and get themselves on the scoreboard here.
They've just got to find someone on the end of it. Kadapka obviously has the size and sheer force to do it, but when he's up against 5 defenders, it's a bit of a tough ask as Tavia now to bring it in. Cross comes in. It's a good-looking ball, but plenty of blue shirts around. Eventually it's cleared by Spiteri. High ball in the air. Kunda heads it back now. Chance for Ragu at the back post, and sliding challenge that time from Zach Spiteri. And it's a corner here for Green Gully. This is where you feel like, Steve, they have to take their chance from set plays and set pieces, as with pretty much a back 5. As we said earlier on, it's going to be very difficult to try to find that easy pass through.
That's right. If they can just win this first header here and a bit of luck with the second ball, Gully, that would probably be best hope in these sort of situations. But South Melbourne look favoured to win it. Striver's flying high at the back post, though. Jumping over Jordan Lampard. It gives him a little bit of a Gives him one to go on with as they run back to position. So Shriver's really doing well in the aerial duels at both ends of the park so far. Good delivery on that corner kick from Gianluca Iannucci. Certainly helps the cause for Green Gully. The wind behind the kick, sailing all the way to that back post area. Over the top of some of the tall timber in the blue shirts. Certainly that aerial route to goal for Gully will be a challenging one if they're able to take their chances. See what they can conjure up as this match continues. And as I said, it's still an arm wrestler. Game of chess here at the moment between these two sides. Here's Marko Jankovic.
It's a bit of an interesting structural change there from Gully. They're playing a sort of a 4-2-3-1 system. So it seems to be interchanging a lot there, but you could definitely have a back four, then at times I'll have a midfield two as that one over the top, and it's an easy pick up there for Driscoll. So Raymond Falzon just tinkering a bit with his side, trying to get some numbers forward, hoping to find a space and a bit of gap. So at the moment it's holding up as we've almost played 23 minutes here. Green Gully Reserve is still 0-0. Spiteri has to track back and keep it in. To compose himself, it goes back to his captain. Both teams now getting back into position. It's Kiyama. Looks to go long upfield. It's a good ball in. And Tavia kept it in, but no one there to assist him, and it'll be a throw for South Melbourne deep at right back.
Well, again, the ball in from Jay Chiyama there was useful for Tavia. Just having a little bit too much on it, but it's the second time we've seen the Green Gully fullbacks playing in those balls into those half spaces where there's the slightest of gaps in the South Melbourne defence, and players from deep positions such as Tavia and Hope running onto the ball from making those runs from midfield that are harder to pick up for the South Melbourne defenders, and perhaps that is their best hope, to try and keep playing those sorts of balls into those areas and see that low ball across, and hopefully Kadakpo can be there. There he is in the aerial duel there, clashing with Mihailo Marinkovic, and it is a head clash, so Noah Langerak's blown up play here. We're going to have to stop and check on the welfare of these two boys involved. He's only made his senior debut a few weeks ago against Manningham United Blues as Mihailo Marinkovic. He has one goal to his name in the under-23s, just 19 years of age. Certainly the smaller man in that aerial duel, and the drop ball gets us going again. Both plays to be back up and running.
There you go.
So a slow burn this one. The crowd here is hushed. There's plenty of blue and white in the crowd. We saw coming in just before kickoff, making the trip up to Melbourne's northwest, as this is a good overlap to the back post, and it's just past the post. Well, that's the closest we've come so far. Zach Spiteri getting the cross in, causing a bit of havoc in the Green Gully penalty area, and Esteban Quintas is certainly upbeat about that opportunity that they created.
Yeah, we haven't turned up the mics effect. That is actually Esteban just giving instructions to his players. It's great insight to hear the coach. He has what changes he wants and the type of football he wants to play. So it's great to hear it at times, because obviously we're at times too high and we can't hear it. But Esteban Quintas is using that voice of his, and you can definitely hear what he wants his players to do, which is a great insight into the game, as Kadapko just mistiming that one. It's flicked on by Harding. Ragu coming in.
It's a good point, Alex. You think about all the matches we see Esteban Quintas getting animated when we're at Lakeside Stadium. We're, of course, in the grandstand on the far side of the pitch on a venue that has an athletics track, so there's no chance of hearing it. We can see the theatrics, but we certainly have no idea of what's being said. Today we've certainly got the rails run of what the coaching instructions are from not only Esteban, but also from Ramon Falzon and his technical staff to our left as well.
It'd be interesting to have a chat to Esteban about football. I'm sure we could sit there for hours and days about it, but chance for Kiyama now. Looks up field, nothing really in front of him, has to go back to Ragu. Shrivers, bit of space here for Spiteri on the right hand side. Eventually the ball gets to him, looks upfield. Adam, all upfield to Kadapko, bouncing off the chest of his. Tries to get around, and it will be a corner. So a chance for Gully now at another set play.
Good run into the channel there by Kadakpo, and the run was honoured by Mo Adam, and well, the reward is the corner kick, so another chance here, and Gianluca Iannucci's going to take this one into the breeze. It should hold up, and it might make it easier for the Gully attackers to get something on this, perhaps.
So Lopez shouting instructions at his defenders. Watch for the runners coming in. It's a good cross into the box. Oh, Kadapko was the target. Swing and a miss that time for Spiteri. Falls for Ragu. Will he keep it in? And it'll be another corner here. So Gully now enjoying that bit of pressure and possession as Iannucci comes across.
Gully were to get the win today. It'd be their first in 11 outings against South Melbourne. Defeated South for 6 years. Certainly one of the longer droughts that Green Gully would have experienced. It's in by Iannucci, the in-swinger, and Harvey Lopez punching away only as far as Tavir, whose shot is screwed and off target. Slicing it with that left peg, and couldn't wrap his foot around it, and still goes Esteban Quintas to our right here. He's very, very animated.
We just need a camera on him. The little screen at the bottom, you can just watch his animations.
Picture in picture. There we go. There's an idea for next season, season 2025 on the live streams. Esteban cam, or press red for Quintas, perhaps.
It's Ragu battling hard there. No free kick, as that time Banana just having a look at the referee. As Shrivers now plays it out wide to Spiteri. Bit of space for him here, goes to Adam. A late challenge there from Mikolo on the knee, and it's given away a free kick. Mo Adam there just holding the knee a little bit, right in front of the fourth Fisher of Vlatko Trajčeski. And it's a free kick now, Spiteri to bring it back in for Gully. Can go short to Tavir, but goes upfield looking for Kadapko. Jankovic heading it down to Lampard. Deep ball in, or a bit of almost a mix-up there between Lopez and Spiteri as Tavir comes away with it. Getting surrounded by blue shirts, Mikola hounding him, has to go back to Driscoll.
Good pressing by Mikola there, forcing Tavir all the way back to West Aussie between the posts and the old pink hit, Liam Driscoll. Reading junior player is Brigade. Shrivers sharing the ball in central defence. It's a raking switch of play out towards Luke Tavir. Oh, it's a great first touch, almost magnetic out there in front of the players' race. Plays it in across the face of the goal. Harvey Lopez at full stretch. Well, I'm not sure he was attempting the shot there, but that almost flew in from Gianluca Iannucci, and he scored from that similar position out wide there when you were here last week, Alex, as well. That would have been even more remarkable had that beaten Harvey Lopez from what was almost the tightest of angles.
Yeah, that time on his left foot, so he's got the skills. Iannucci, another chance here for Gully. Shrivers made the run. It's a good ball into the box. Lopez punches it away, another corner.
Good keeping again, Harvey Lopez, really commanding that 6-yard box there. He's not the tallest, but he's got an excellent vertical leap, hasn't he?
About to say that too. He's not the tallest keeper, but yeah, definitely one that can make that leap.
Iannucci is doing shuttle runs from one wing to the other here to take these corner kicks. The set piece specialist. There's no Jamie Latham in the team today, out with yellow card accumulation to take the set pieces. And this one's a driven in, and Mo Adam was lining up, but it's repelled by that South Melbourne defence. Further forward by Pope. Justin Spiteri is going to get there first. You can hear the footsteps of Noel Bernarda panting as well as he was chasing him down the touchline. Well played by Justin Spiteri, and Gully can continue to enjoy the possession of the football here. They have struggled to create meaningful attempts on goal, but they've kept Harvey Lopez on his toes at least from those corner kicks driven in by Gianluca Iannucci. South Melbourne seem pretty calm and content sitting behind the ball here and trying to play on the break. Lampard was awaiting that ball to be played through, and the man in the moustache got there first, and it's going to stay in play as well.
Max! Yes, Max, before!
Picking out another moustache man in Taylor Shrivers, who does the full outside of the foot 360 and has his clearance charged down by Bernarda. So again, good pressing from the front by that South Melbourne team. That'll impress Esteban Quintas further.
He's made two gut-wrenching runs there. Noel Bernarda, as you can see, just hovering over now, getting some deep breaths in and that's what's expected from him. Esteban Quintas would have laid down the law to his charges and knows that it's big 3 points on offer. They can't afford to slip up here today, so Noel Bernardo leading from the front there with his late charging runs. As Driscoll now to bring it back into play. Still haven't tested Driscoll here, Steve, and that's probably something that Raymond Falzon will be happy with.
Iannucci with some good close control there, and he does get the decision his way. You enjoy the sounds of our effects mic there for that reaction from the South Melbourne technical area as Green Gully is switching the ball over to the far side of the park here. Here's Mo Adam, who's swapped out to the left flank. Adam and Iannucci swapping flanks midway through this first half. It's 0-0 here. The defence is winning out so far in this clash. Here's Justin Spiteri. He's got Iannucci ahead of him. Iannucci in the sunlight in Green Gully Reserve. Saturday lunchtime kickoff. It's a matter of who can break the deadlock here. And Severe switching the play now. This is Jane Giama, now Hope. Green Gully trying to move around this South Melbourne defensive block. That one hung in the air a little bit too long perhaps, and it's easily nodded away by Lampard. Against his old team lining up as a left wing back today. More of a licence to get forward. Doesn't mind getting forward. What a goal he scored in the Australia Cup at BT Corner Reserve earlier in the season too, when he snuck up the left-hand flank and smashed one in at the southern end there at BT Corner in that huge clash in front of over 6,000 people. Probably the biggest crowd one of these players have played in front of.
Good to bring it back in. No, we'll allow Kiama. Just ticked over 34 minutes now. Still 0-0. Gully probably doing more of the attacking, you could say, Steve, as South really haven't really tested Driscoll at the moment. There's another chance here for Spiteri right in front of us at right wing. Looking for a ball to Iannucci. They need to get Iannucci involved a bit more as he flicks one over the top. Lovely ball to Kadapko. Runners are coming in now, looking for Adam. He cuts by, gets it into the box, still going. Kadapko lays it off. Iannucci, oh, it's going to be a free kick, but a bit unlucky there for Iannucci. As it looks like Max Mikula just might have got a clip on the heels as Iannucci was going for a shot on goal there. But that was a big moment there, Steve, as Kadapko got it into the box and maybe should have had a chance at goal. But Mikula now just getting back on his feet.
We watched that one on our replay screen here, Alex. Kadapko just sauntered past one, then another. Unselfish to Veer. Maybe his angle at goal was closed down, perhaps.
Maybe.
And picked out, sorry, should I say, Iannucci, but Mikula just clipping away at the heels, and Iannucci with no time to try and attempt on goal.
Yankovic short, but hard in dropping deep. It's still limping quite a bit from that earlier challenge there, so not able to move that freely as he would like, as Yankovic now looks up forward. Lost one over the top, looking for Lampard. Spiteri gets back there in time, and it'll be a throw for South Melbourne. Another chance for a long Mikula throw.
Well played by Justin Spiteri there. The young man was strong in the challenge, but we'll see what South can conjure up here. And everyone from Green Gully is, as you would expect, back in their own penalty area to try and repel this one. And Taylor Shrivers and Gag looking to nod this one straight back out of the penalty box from where it came from. And well, there's the deception, the short throw to Lampard. And now Mikula to supply the cross into the penalty spot, and it's dealt with by that Gully defence, but it's all blue shirts back here. This is Zach Spiteri. Inglese just got there first and over the top. It might break for Harding, but it's easily fielded in the end by Driscoll. Now Chiama's going to try and get Green Gully going forward. Kadakpo out wide on the left. Good feet from him again. He must have confidence from that last run through the penalty area as he charges down the left flank, past one, then another. And eventually the second effort from Zach Spiteri was enough to create a bit of a disruption, and the ball had to play for a Gully throw, but a really enterprising run from Ado Kadakpo, who's trying to light this game up, a game that certainly needs a main character, a hero. 0-0 at the moment. Adam was the early leap. He nodded that one as he was on the way back down. Couldn't get it on target and test out Harvey Lopez from there.
It looks like it might be an early change here, Steve, as South Melbourne handing a substitution slip to the fourth official. And it might be Robert Harding, as he struggled from that earlier challenge earlier on, as keeps stretching that left calf strain. So it'll be interesting to see.
Looks like it's going to be Ross Archibald as the player who's going to be brought on here as well, Alex. So not a like for like, so there'll be a bit of a reshuffle required again, and I think we might see a few more reshuffles as this game goes on with the variety of players available on the bench. But this is a good look at goal for Noel Bernarda, the former Green Gully attacker, trying to come back and haunt his old club, but he couldn't get the shot on target as he fired that one towards the top left corner and it was off target.
And just off balance there, Noel Bernarda. Probably could have taken a few more touches. 11 goals to his name this season, so another player in double digits as he chases his teammate in Harrison Sawyer, who's on 14. As Driscoll looks to bring it back into play for Gully as we've almost hit the 40-minute mark.
Both of those players as well, Alex, Bernarda and Sawyer, both with 4 goals in the cup competitions as well to boot. So really impressive totals over the course of the season for those two boys in attack for South Melbourne.
Sevilla now. Can Gully pinch a late one here? On the edge of the box, cross comes in. It's a good one. It's headed away by Jankovic. It will be another corner.
Not taking any chances there, Marko Jankovic. There wasn't really anyone looking like getting on the end of that for the Green Gully side, but they do get themselves another corner kick. So just over 5 minutes until the half-time break. This first half has flown by, despite it being a slow burn and goalless. Every little detail is crucial in a match like this. Coach has got to get everything spot on. And the quality of this corner kick from Iannucci will be paramount here as it comes in. It's punched away by Harvey Lopez. That was probably going in had it not been for the intervention of the South Melbourne shot stopper. And it's going to be another corner kick again for Gully, this time into the breeze for Iannucci.
They've got to have a player there, because a couple of times they've had that corner come in and it's been a free punch that time for Lopez. So you've got to think like Kadapko's got to be there, or Mo Adam. Just be near the keeper, and the ball's coming in. A slight flick on can go easier goal, but Harvey Lopez there doing it very easily. As another chance for Iannucci now from the other side. Cross comes in. This time it's a bit of a floater, looking for the back. Got up high. Still not out of trouble. Eventually comes away Marshall, but player's going to get called back as looks like a player down, just holding his leg.
It's Taylor Shriver, is it, who's his?
That might allow South to make their change. So it'll be Robert Harding coming off. Coming on is Ross Archibald. So that injury to Robert Harding early on has taken its toll, and unfortunately his day ends. So it'll be interesting to see what tactical change Esteban Quintas will make now in forms of Ross Archibald. Moving, looks like, to a central midfield role, and Max Mikla coming up top. So just a slight tweak from Esteban Quintas, Steve.
Yeah, so Mikla, I think he's going to move to more of a central area perhaps. He's operating down the left-hand side. See how that one develops, and there'll probably be further tweaks at half-time as well for Esteban Quintas' side. It's a good header by Regay, played by John Hope, who led Marinkovic to the ball and lost his footing. It is slippery out there. And a foot, well played by Lampard. Calm and composed, forward by Jankovic. It's a good first touch by Mikla, and he's been fouled. And you think that Justice Fatiri might be the first player to go into the book for the afternoon here. Big reaction from both technical areas after the challenge. Fatiri didn't do a lot wrong. He was a little bit late on the challenge, but it wasn't anything too malicious. Mikla was sent skyward though. We'll catch that one again on our replay screen, Alex, and try and make some sense of what took place.
looked high.
Stud stamping down onto the standing foot, perhaps, of Mikola.
So it could be in trouble. I think it might be in trouble here. We'll see what the fourth official says as Noah Langerak has a chat to Vlatko Trajewski. Then
South Melbourne is certainly looking for a red card reduced.
It's
here.
a yellow.
It's yellow. And I have to say, I think that's the right decision in the end, and we certainly hope that Max Mikola is able to play on as well. They've just lost Robert Harding, and they can't afford to be losing players, particularly if Harding is going to be out, perhaps for the coming matches this Tuesday and Friday. As we said, 3 games in the space of a week.
That's Justin Spiteri's first yellow card this season, but more importantly, Steve, Max Mikola there. If he goes out, he's a big loss for him, especially with his long throws. He's back on his feet, but he's limping heavily. There's a chance now.
Yeah, he's continuing the discussion with Noah Langerak, but the decision is finally yellow card.
Jankovic now goes up the line to Bernardo, almost taking a slip there. Cross comes in, it's low, cleared. Chance again for Mikola. Just pulled it wide. Off a step.
That set play with the low ball across the box there. Slippery surface out there and a crowded penalty area. Anything can happen. I wouldn't be surprised if that is the route to goal, perhaps for potentially either side. If we are to get the scoreboard attendant active today. At the moment, still locked at 0-0 in the shadows of half-time. Robert Harding subbed out for Ross Archibald. That's the only change in personnel that we've seen. And Justin Spiteri going into the book a moment ago for a tackle on Max Mikola. It looks to be back and running okay, does Max Mikola. He'll probably have the ice pack on that foot or ankle after the game. He's subbed out, or after the end of the 90, no doubt, but looks like he's okay to continue, and he flicks this ball onto Bernardo, who in turn flicks it onto no one in particular except for Taylor Shrivers. Here's Justin Spiteri moving forward. Maybe one last chance for Gully to try and mount an attack and get themselves on the scoreboard before the break. This is Iannucci ready to take the throw. He's got a lot of options ahead of him.
Spiteri happy to go back to Shrivers as we head into the 45th minute now, as the fourth official will put up, looks like 2 minutes. As Gully now, one last roll of the dice, will be 3 minutes of at a time. Spiteri back to Shrivers. Ragu pushing forward here now. Ball into Tavia, gets around his marker. Just too many blue shirts around. Still going. Tavia can go wide. He does. Adam, cross comes in. It's blocked that time by Spiteri. Hope recovers. Back to Mo Adam. Cross comes in. It's a good one. Can that go? Straight at Lopez. Just needed to pick either side there, Steve, but that was a lot better there from Gully.
Best moment of the game for Green Gully so far, and it comes in first half stoppage time, and no doubt Ramon Falzon will be citing that particular passage of play in the halftime team talk, looking for more of that sort of thing as we to watch that one again on the replay screen. The ball out wide to Mo Adam, and a really, his first cross blocked, but then the next ball that came in was spot on. Flicked on by Kadak Pody. Just couldn't quite find the corner, but here he is again trying to ask questions of that South Melbourne defence. By Severe. Here's Iannucci. Footsteps coming from Lampard.
Shrivers now plays it out wide to Ragu. We've almost played a minute of at a time, 2 to go here as Tavia looks for Hope. Iannucci on right wing. Cross comes in, darting ball. Bit too much there for Adam, as a foot race now between him and Spiteri. Adam used his body well, and he wins a throw here for Gully. Going to quickly move it along here.
Good tenacity from Adam there, and he wins his side the throw, and here's Chiyama looking to swing the cross in, but so many blue shirts back there. Kanakpo's in about a 1-on-3, 1-on-4, so he decided against swinging the cross in. It's a bit of a scrap going on in first half stoppage time here over this free kick that's been awarded to South Melbourne.
Why not protect the player when I play football, man?
It's the little detail sometimes that upset the most. This will be just about the last roll of the dice for the first half.
March! Arshan!
South push on forward now. Ragu allows that one to drop to Driscoll. Quick release. Got to be careful here, Hope and Anucci.
Almost got in each other's way there.
Puts a ball upfield, but probably not the right pass there from Anucci now. Bernarda battling hard. That's going to be a free kick.
Bernarda showing the studs there. It's been given as an indirect free kick by Noah Langerak. I've interpreted his signals correctly.
Just under 30 seconds left to go here before half-time. He's called it early, so 0-0 at half-time between Green Gully and South Melbourne. Here, Steve, the best chance coming to Green Gully that time with Adolf Kadapko with the header. Other than that, it's been really Green Gully who have been pressing a majority of the game, whereas South Melbourne haven't really had any chances against Driscoll. He hasn't had a lot to do, but nevertheless, it's been an entertaining first 45 minutes.
Sometimes you don't need goals to see an exciting match of football, and that's what we've seen. It's been very enthralling seeing how this one plays out between South Melbourne, who've made a tactical switch to 3 central defenders and the wing backs, 5 across the back, and trying to make it difficult for Gully to play through. And as the players leave the field, both Taylor Shrivers and Liam Driscoll having a chat with referee Noah Langerak and Robert Harding, the man who's recently transferred across from Manningham United Blues, the West Aussie. He heads off with 1 boot on and 1 boot off after he was subbed out after copping one on the ankle in the opening minutes at half-time here at Green Gully Reserve with Steve Curtin and Alex Sivkorowski. Thank you for your company for the first 45. Looking forward to you joining us after the half-time break. We're at Green Gully Reserve. It's locked at 0-0 between Green Gully and South Melbourne. We'll be back after this short half-time interval.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this massive round 22 clash in the NPLMVIC Victoria between the host Green Gully Soccer Club and the visiting South Melbourne Football Club. Alex Sivkorowski and Steve Curtin with you, bringing you the next 45 minutes. And Steve, 0-0 at half-time. 2 changes made here by South Melbourne with Harrison Sawyer coming off Nahul Manada, and also coming on is Emil Pelios, and coming off Mihailo Marinkovic. So Esteban Quintas making some changes there, Steve, and it's more so maybe just getting some fresh legs as they've got a couple of games over the next coming days.
Yeah, so it looks like they'll continue as they were with the 3 centre-backs. Perhaps we'll keep an eye on that in the wing-back system. But Harrison Sawyer certainly is a notable addition. The man who scored the only goal of the game last week to guarantee that South took the maximum points against Dandenong Thunder. Good pressure here from Ado Kadakpo right from the kickoff, putting the pressure on Marko Jankovic, and they'll concede the goal kick, but nonetheless, that is a bit of a warning signal there for the South Melbourne defence. And they've got to be on their toes because Ado Kadakpo is still full of energy in the second 45 here. It's a match that's seen a few opportunities. Ado Kadakpo came closest for the Green Gully side with his header late on in the first half, saved by Harvey Lopez. Gully almost playing with fire there in their own defensive third. They're going to be able to clear the ball away. Inglese won the ball well, and now Mikla, who's shrugged off that knock that he received from Justin Spiteri. He's going to try his luck. It's blocked by that Gully defence. And the sunshine that we saw in the first half has made way for clouds and the breeze, and it feels like it's dropped almost a couple of degrees here at Green Gully Reserve during the half-time break. So with the change in conditions, see a change in complexion of this game. It's a match that's been won out by the 2 defences so far. Ross Archibald on the ball. He came on for Robert Harding midway through that first 45. So South Melbourne persisting with the 3 central defenders. Jankovic as the left central defender, Marshall in the middle, and Inglese as the right centre-back. Lucas Inglese, the tall figure in the number 6. He's on the ball now in the white boots, and he's going to send the ball over the top towards the half-time sub in Harrison Sawyer. Down towards the byline, he plays it into a dangerous position. Mikla goes to ground, no foul. Here's Luca Tavir under pressure. Sends it forward, it's cut out by Archibald, and again it's Tavir, and looking for Josh Hope. Archibald again with the interception. This time it falls to Spiteri, and Gully going to try and get themselves up the park.
Well, they're going to have to really push pressure on the back 3 here as Esteban Quintas just making a few tactical changes at half-time. He's overlapping with Spiteri, making those runs, and a chance now for Kiama as Anucci now. Anucci looking to take on Spiteri. Gets it into the box. It'll be another corner, another opportunity here for Gully. Had plenty of chances from the corner, but haven't taken advantage of those as Adolf Kadapko moves across to impede. Looks like Harvey Lopez, but plenty of defenders around him in blue shirts. It's Anucci. High ball into the box, looking for the back post. Shrivers came running in, but just missed timing his run. And it will be a goal kick.
That one just carried a little bit further than everyone was expecting over at the back post, and got a good run up and jump at it, did Shrivers, but didn't time it correctly. So he was just gambling on the missed touch there by Chiama, and well, he picked up the ball. Here's Pope. By Spiteri. Inglese. Played forward by Emi Pios, the half-time sub, and here's Pope out wide on the right, trying to supply the cross. He's forced back by Jay Chiama, and throw will be the outcome, and Max Mikla wanders over to take in another long bomb coming into the 6-yard box, no doubt here from Max Mikla, although we did see the variation in the first half, the short throw, trying to keep things fresh and keep the opponents on their toes. I just have a hunch we will see no repeat of that this time, though.
Gully now need to be on their toes as Mikla looks to go long. Headed away, gets another crack at it. Cross comes in. Well brought down. Driscoll Easy pickup for him, so no one really challenging that ball. Quick release here, finds Tavia. Kadapko. Bit of space here on the left-hand side is Irudakunda. Finds Kiyama now, they've got to go forward here, Gully. Anucci. Can he spark a little bit of magic? Too simple with the pass here. Good work from Pope. Stood his ground now. As they go forward now, Chance. Plenty of green and white shirts around. Brennan tried to use his body. Shrivers gives away a foul. And it goes into the books with the yellow. That's his third yellow for the season.
Second Gully defender out of the back four in the book. Spiteri booked in the first half of the challenge on Max Mikola. So free kick opportunity for Jankovic here. South send the tall timber forward. They're congregating around the back post. And it comes from Jankovic. It is aimed at that back post area. Duel between Archibald. Archibald did win the header against his opponent in Brigade, but it's repelled by that Gully defence. And Iannucci scanning the field for options. He can't see anything he likes, so he opts to find Kadakpo, who's in the centre of the park. He moves back up to his number 9 position after defending the set piece.
Good work that time from Inglese, just stopping the play there. Anucci assesses his options, looks for a through ball. It's flicked on here. Oh, good work that time now. It's Hope. Can he keep it in? He does. Lopez gets back into his keeping position. Hope now has Anucci, goes short. Cross comes in. It's a bit of a wasted chance. Mikola 2 to beat. Good work. They get it back again through Kiyama. Gully now. Shrivers can go wide to Spiteri. Got a bit of space on that right-hand side. Spiteri. Goes to Adam. Just getting held up a little bit there. Spiteri looking to make a cross. Ooh, poor ball that time as cut off by Archibald. And a bit of a challenge on Mikola that time again. He's been in the thick of it there, Steve. Max Mikola, a few challenges on him.
A few complaints as he's back up on his feet. You can see the breeze picking up. The umbrellas in the Green Gully Beer Garden are starting to just about have lift off. And you can see the rain's coming down here as well. And the fans making a mass movement across to the veranda for some shelter. Hopefully it will stay dry under here. Good to be in a position with a full aluminium roof as this ball's played over the top, looking for Pope, and well played by Driscoll, who got there first. Well, that previous attack by Gully where Josh Hope nipped in and got to the ball before Harvey Lopez, it was a bit of luck, I suppose. Iannucci's ball forward, and it was coming off the head of Inglese that made it more difficult for Harvey Lopez and favoured, the touch actually favoured Josh Hope, who got to the ball first, but his touch went all the way to the byline, and Harvey Lopez recovered quickly, got back into his goal after being briefly completely out of position. Fortunately for him, the ball was also in a very wide area as Kadakpo's full of industry here, and he wins this side a corner kick over there in front of the photographer, Mark Avellino, who's also ducking for cover. He needs his umbrella over there. But a true professional, he's not going to break for the rain. He's going to keep shooting pictures of these Gully players trying to open the scoring here in the second half against South Melbourne. This tight tussle. It's Iannucci's corner kick. It'll be the outswinger this time. Shrivers is the target. Peels for a handball. And then the attempted overhead kick, and I fancy this is going to be a free kick for a high boot going the way of South Melbourne. So Mo Adam, who swung the boot, he might have connected with the South Melbourne player in the head. A real war of attrition today. South Melbourne players going down, and this is the latest. We watch this one on our replay screen. There is some concern as the trainer is out on the field. Initially appeals for a handball, like it was by... Actually, it was Marshall, and then the overhead kick attempt, I think it struck Ross Archibald and knocked out Ross Archibald, so some concern here. The acrobatics from Mo Adam.
Definitely it looked like a handball on Inglese there, but the more concern now is...
It was the right hand, it really would have blindsided Noah Langerak, and he didn't see it. This is a serious situation here, so we're going to have a delay in play. Players' health is paramount here and much more important than anything else. And
Yes, go to come!
according to the graphic, there's been a red card shown to Thierry Irunkunda, which doesn't appear to be the case because I didn't see that happen. He's played on the park. So, apologies for the confusion on the graphic there on the screen. Still 0-0 here, and the concern is for Ross Archibald trying to nod the ball away in his own penalty area. He was struck by overhead kick from Mo Adam. Seeing a Professional Footballers Association video about Warren Spink this week as well, that concussion that he suffered, and how important it is to really focus on the players' welfare in these sort of situations. At the moment, thoughts are with Ross Archibald that he's able to get the treatment he needs here to full recovery from this knock to the head. His head is back sitting up now. That's
a promising sign.
He might be able to get up and walk off, but I would certainly say that he's going to be subbed out here, and he was only subbed on in the first 45 for the injured Rob Harding. So with 3 matches in the space of 7 days, it's not what South Melbourne wanted, and Ross Archibald is going to be helped from the field, and it's good to see him up and walking, but given the seriousness of the incident, you would imagine that will be the last we see of Ross Archibald out in the park for a week or so at least, with the concussion protocols that would be required after such a blow to the head. He really took one for the team there.
Let's hope it's nothing too serious, that it's just precautionary that he comes off, and it wasn't intentional. He was both going for the ball, but it will force a change as he'll come off. So Ross Archibald will come off, and coming off is Jack Painter Andrews. So Esteban Quintas forced to make another change. And not the start to the second half that we wanted out of the Shub, and we wish Ross Archibald all the best, and we hope to see him on the park in the next couple of weeks. As the game will commence once again. So Karapko is still on the field from what I can see, or I'm just trying to gauge. No, I think he's off. Yeah, so Adolf Karapko sent off, so Gully now down a player. That's his second red card for the year. So Gully now tasked with trying to bring it home with a man down. How will South use this extra man advantage now? As Driscoll looks to bring it back into play. Driscoll sends it forward. Good header that time by Marshall. Wins a free kick against Hope. Gully not happy with that decision. Iglesias, oh, it's come back the other way. Well, a bit of confusion this time here. So Gully now won a yellow against Iglesias, but really the confusion there was who the free kick was. So Noah Langerak just needs control of the game. Both coaches here not happy. As Jalil Ragu now tasked with bringing it back into play. Ragu plays it to Spiteri. Go White has to come back to his captain in Shrivers. Hope out wide to Adam. Gully now down one player. Just under half an hour of football still left to go.
So Kadakpo sent off. He was the player charged with the crime of the bicycle kick that connected with the head of Ross Archibald, who's been held from the field with a serious-looking concussion issue. It's a pretty solid contact. Looking at the replay of that one again, I had to check that again because there's a lot happening. There was an appeal for a handball against Jake Marshall that was a good shout for Gully. So swings and roundabouts, I guess, in what could have perhaps been blown up for a spot kick for Gully, and it ends up being a red card for Ado Kadakpo, but also a nasty injury for Ross Archibald. But Gully, not for the first time this season, down to 10 men and up against it, but they're still looking to control the possession of this game. Kadakpo sent off twice this season now. Shriver's also sent off, as well as Josh Hope, Jamie Latham as well, who's not in the team today, out with yellow card accumulation. Luca Tavir also sent off in that same game as Mo Adam gets to the byline and plays it across. It's over the head of Tavir at the back post. Tavir giving chase. He's got Iannucci in support. Jay Chiama's available as well to try and supply the cross, and he floats it into the back post area. Harvey Lopez coming and claiming. The flag was up for offside nonetheless against Mo Adam.
Ragu battling with Sawyer. Chiama clears. Still no change made by Gully, as good ball there from Tavir. Looks to swing it out wide to Mo Adam. It's a foot race there between Adam and Lampard. Lampard wins that battle, and it will be a throw for Gully deep at right wing. Although they were a man down, Steve, they're still doing very much of more of the attacking.
More possession and more play in the final third for Gully.
Just can't be, just not clinical. That's the only thing that's missing.
After losing Ado Kadakpo, who'd been putting in a really good shift up front again, as he's been in good form of late, as Ado Kadakpo, and he was going for the bicycle kick into the top corner, but connecting with Ross Archibald, and Noah Langerak making the decision. He was straight into the back pocket to pull out the red card as well. Rowan Fells on, boarding what he's seeing out there at the moment from the 10 men. Basically playing with no number 9 now. If you have a look, they're just leaving those South Melbourne Central defenders unoccupied, and you'd imagine that it's only moments before Esteban Quintas subs out one of those 3 centre-backs and maybe puts on more an attacking option as the sub there. Jack Painter-Andrews has come on to replace Ross Archibald, getting involved in the play. And appeals for a Gully free kick, and Chiama does win the free kick this time.
Giving away probably a cheap free kick, as the referee will bring it back.
Langerak, the young referee from the Geelong region, he's had his hands full today, that's for sure.
Chance for now. Shrivers goes wide, looking for Mo Adam. Ragu. Chiama can make the run, plays it upfield, but too many blue shirts as Ingles. So happy to see that one go over the line. You mentioned, Steve, maybe bring on an attacker, as they do have still Andy Brennan on the bench, who definitely can score a goal or two. So maybe a defender off, play more of attacking style at the moment. Haven't really pressured Driscoll in the game, so maybe something to think about. Esteban Quintas would be quieter in the second half, Steve, than what he was in the first.
A good chat with his assistants at the moment. Here's Zach Spiteri trying to get forward.
Gully throw deep at right back.
Zach Spiteri celebrates his 20th birthday on Monday, so good to see him getting some more match minutes. Another youngster who debuted in that game a few weeks ago against Manningham United Blues. His first appearance in the starting 11 that week for South, along with also Mac Hilson and Mihailo Marinkovic, who all got their first starts in that particular fixture.
Here's Marshall. Inglese goes wide. Painter-Andrews. Good work there. Pushing wide now. South going forward a bit more. It's a chance for Jankovic. Mikola dropping deep to pick this one up. Goes wide again. Cross comes into the box there. Brennan couldn't get there in time. Painter-Andrews squares it. They're lining up. He shoots. It's off the post. Pelios, and it goes in for a goal. Finally, Steve, we've got an opener.
Well, a good move by South, and it was inevitable, wasn't it? They haven't attacked too many times in their second half, but the second half's up. Emi Pios was on target off the underside of the crossbar and in. Good work down the right-hand side by South as they built up the play, and they were basically queuing up for it in the penalty area. The ball played forward down the line and low ball across the box. So what did the damage in the end? Sawyer was looking to get on the end of it, but in the end it was Emi Pios, and that's the goal that separates the two sides, and that puts South Melbourne on the live ladder, 10 points clear of the chasing bunch of Avondale and also the Oakley Cannons. The assist goes to Jack Painter-Andrews. It was calm and composed from him, the two substitutes combining, and Emi Pios getting himself on the score sheet for the second time this season, the former Melbourne City Academy player doing good things in the blue of South Melbourne. And that could be a critical goal that sees them going very close to lifting that Premier's title for 2024.
Max Mikula coming off, Andy Brennan coming on. So Mikula getting a well-earned rest.
Come on, Papi Emil! Stop! Come on, keep going! Let's go, Andy.
Chance for Brennan now to get some key minutes in. Allows Mikula to get a rest, and now Gully now tasked with trying to find an equaliser. Down a player against the South Melbourne side, Steve, who don't allow too many goals. It's going to be a tough ask.
Absolutely, and Esteban Quintos having the luxury of bringing it on Harrison Sawyer at half-time, Andy Brennan midway through the second half against a 10-man Green Gully side that's had Adam Kadakpo marched down the tunnel. It's certainly all coming up at the moment. It's Josh Hope over on the far side. Green Gully give a bit of a whimper here and get themselves back into this one. If they want to have any hope of playing finals, they need to find a couple of goals here with only 10 players at their disposal. Ramon Falzon, who only made one sub in the match last week, looks on from the sidelines pensively. Oh, Regain caught in two minds. And again, Harrison Sawyer, as good strikers do, gambling on that mistake happening. Many a defender might have tried to nod that one back to their keeper, and Regain thought twice about it, and eventually, well, he would have been playing a through ball to Harrison Sawyer if he tried to do that. Strivers looking for some options further afield. South Melbourne continuing with the three centre-backs. Luke Tavir is the furthest forward central player for Gully at the moment. Those defenders, those central defenders, the three big units, they're all unoccupied. Gully looking to attack down the flanks. Tavir again. Playing as something of a false nine at the moment after the send-off of Kadakpo. Here's Hope. Out wide is Justin Spiteri. He's got Mo Adam ahead of him. Calling for movement. Easy defending at the moment for the South boys. Just holding their positions, moving from left to right. This is Ianucci. He's got Painter Andrews to beat, as well as Emi Pios, and Painter Andrews comes away with the football. Ianucci again. He's got Mo Adam ahead of the ball, and Josh Hope, and Tavir's going to try his luck from distance, but it would take something special to beat Harvey Lopez from the best part of 30 yards there, Alex.
Yeah, a bit of a hope at that time. And not going to trouble Lopez from that distance. Needs to be a little bit higher for him to at least force out as a chance now, as South Melbourne are in control of the game. And just happy to move it around freely. No need to give away possession or the ball. Happy to just wait for an option that becomes available before they pull the trigger as they go forward now. Another darting ball across field. It's a good ball. Chance for Painter Andrews. He keeps it in. Sun's starting to shine at Green Gully Reserve. The cross comes into the box. It's flicked on for Brennan. Just couldn't get a touch there. Sorry, Harrison Sawyer. It's flicked out quickly. Adam. Spiteri in front. Gully, although have joined the majority of the possession and attacking, they are down a goal.
Played some decent football today, but it's going to be days like this. A fifth straight defeat to South Melbourne for Green Gully in NPL football. Pressure on Iran Kunda here. And Andy Brennan, the fresh legs, really putting him under the pump, and South Melbourne win the throw. And Jack Painter-Andrews is the understudy for the Max Nicola long throw, so they've got the option there with Nicola being subbed out, but Painter-Andrews available to send this one in. And we can see Glaze and Yankovic both going forward. Jake Marshall's going to stay back on the halfway line and cool his jets. Gully with all their available players, just the 10 of them left out there in the penalty area to defend this one. It's in by Painter-Andrews. Gaig with a strong header, but only succeeded in playing it back to Painter-Andrews, whose volleyed cross was too high for everyone. It's well read by Lampard, who got there first. In fact, had crossed the touchline over near the players' race. It'd be a throw to the Cavaliers. 70 minutes gone at Green Gully Reserve. South Melbourne with the 1-0 lead, courtesy of MEPOS.
Still no change from Green Gully, so interesting call here. A man down, almost an hour of football played, and Raymond Falzon to make a change as Kiama, Tavia. Pull it out wide to Spiteri. Anucci switching over to the right-hand side this time. Shrivers looking upfield, nothing in front of him. Goes wide again to Anucci. Ragu, centre circle, can go further now. Goes wide again to Mo Adam. Got to take his marker on. Mo Adam now taking on Painter-Andrews. Goes to Tavia. Back to Kiama. Again now Kiama looking up. Nothing really on in front of him here, so South just happy with what Gully are doing at the moment. No pressure at all. Spiteri out wide on the right-hand side. Tavia in the middle of the park. Plays in 1-2. Good work there from Anucci. Anucci shoots. It's a bit of a scrubber and easy pick up there for Javier Lopez.
It's good feed from Gianluca Anucci to wade through the challengers on the edge of the area, but maybe he just needed to try and play it across the box and hope someone would be arriving at the back post. Even still, the reduction of from going from 11 to 10, it's made it such hard work for this Cavaliers side, who tried so hard to control possession and get the ball moving and have good positive ball progression, but it's just got, certainly for the Cavaliers fans here, a very frustrating occasion with it all coming to nothing and getting even more difficult going behind 1-0 to South. It's not a position you want to be in. South Melbourne's so good at hanging on to these leads, particularly against 10 players as well. It really makes things more difficult as they're just playing the ball backwards and forwards across their three central defenders here. Now they're going to try and come forward through Lampard.
Offside.
Spitteri's the target. Sliding in was Inucci. The flag was up for an offside decision against Zach Spitteri. And we talk about coaches not making subs sometimes. Chris Taylor's probably the most well-known for that, although he has changed his ways in recent times, making some more changes more frequently. Raymond Falzon still yet to go to his bench. We have played 73 minutes here at Green Gully Reserve now. Hello to everyone tuning in on the live stream, wherever you may be watching, and hello to Joel, who's watching from East Geelong this afternoon, and I hope you're enjoying this match. South Melbourne getting so close to claiming the Premier's title for this season. 10 points clear on the live ladder now of Avondale and Oakley in second and third respectively. Those two teams will be lining up in a real game of the round straight after this one at 3 o'clock, so don't go anywhere. At the conclusion of this match on the NPL Victoria live streams, we've got all the action covered for you. Green Gully again enjoying a lot of possession but trailing in this one, and the man advantage that South have just keeps coming handy. One cleared away by Marshall. Esteban
Quinta has just knocked over his little esky that he usually sits on. Not happy with that clearance. So, well, for Gully, it doesn't get much easier next week. Port Melbourne, Avondale, St Albans, Melbourne Knights. So their race to the top 6 is getting harder and harder each week. While for South Melbourne, they've got obviously Dandy City, Port Melbourne, Avondale, St Albans. So you feel like, Steve, if they can get a result today and a result next week against Dandy City, that pretty much they've wrapped up the premiership plate.
That's right. It will be that short turnaround. That'll be on Friday night, that fixture. So after playing today on the Saturday, then Tuesday against Hume. The ball was splitting the defence, but it was also a bit too much on it. Justin Spageri unable to chase that one down. Yeah, as you say, Alex, they're getting very close now. Might be without a couple of players. I'd say we won't expect to see Ross Archibald out there in any of those games coming up this week after that concussion scare that he suffered in the second half here, and maybe Robert Harding as well, with an ankle injury picked up in the first half.
Good work that time from MEPLs there. So a chance now for South Melbourne to bring it back in. Not in a rush to bring it back into play. They know they're in control of the game. As Painter Andrews now looks to bring it in. Long throw, straight to Ragu. Hope. He's got 3 blue shirts to beat here. Still going, Hope. Good work. Gets around the fourth. Good running there to Via now. Challenge from Payos.
What a good run from Josh Hope there. Slaloming him through several challenges.
He's battled hard all day, Joshua Hope there. You know that he's trying to create something as that time it's headed back to Harvey Lopez. Hope once again making a run. Much quieter second half for Javier Lopez. First half he was under the pump a little bit with the corners that were coming in from Gully. Made one crucial save from Kadapko. There's a chance now for Spiteri. Good work there from Irukunda. And it's going to be a Gully ball.
Have just joined us. It's the MEPLs goal that separates the two sides after coming on in the second half. He scored on 65 minutes after Ado Kadakpo was sent off on 54 minutes for a bicycle kick that connected with Ross Archibald's head rather than the ball. Shown a straight red by referee Noah Langerak. 2 decisive moments in this second half after a cagey first 45. It saw a few chances where the defence of both sides won out. Gully trying to build up here again. Can they get a goal just to make things interesting in the last 15 minutes of this one? Regag in possession. Chiamo, who's tried hard all afternoon. Lost possession here again. Chios's ball through. Brennan. Flag stays down for Andy Brennan. He's got Sawyer in the middle. He floats it across, and well played by Shrivers, who got in to make a crucial interception with the ominous figure of Harrison Sawyer lurking only metres behind him.
Yeah, he had to get there first, but also had to direct it away from goal. We've seen plenty of times they go in the back of the net, so another chance here for South Melbourne now.
Really good piece of craft by Shrivers, able to, as you mentioned there, Alex, direct that away from the goal despite running full tilt back at your own goal. Amazing what some of these players can do, the finer skills, particularly in the defensive section of the field that can sometimes go unheralded. Chaos is going to take this corner kick. He's got the short option of Andy Brennan. Into the breeze here. He does go short to Brennan, and then the overlapping run from Pios is ignored as Brennan sends it in. It's away by Chiyama, and it hangs in the breeze. It's a foot race here. Dana Andrews got there first. Forward by Inglese. Straight up the field to Sawyer. Played by Jalil Regag.
It's been solid today, Jalil. Really made a difference in defence. Hope.
Plenty of mud up and down the white shirt and shorts there as Jalil Regag to show for it.
As Gully now look to finally make a change. Almost 78 minutes. As Ragu will keep it in. Goes short to Kiyama. There's something left in the tank here for Gully. Shrivers.
Hearing it's going to be Ali Kiffle will be the player brought on to replace Mo Adam. That's not about to take place. Mo Adam's trying to get on the end of this pass, but continue unable to find his attacker, and it's going to be a halt in play for a free kick for South, which will enable that sub to take place. So Ali Kifle, the 19-year-old, has one goal in the cup competition this season, making his 21st appearance in the matchday squad this season, but largely used as a substitute, getting too many minutes. He gets a bit of a chance here for the last 10 minutes or so of this one, as Adam is going off around the far side of the park, taking the long way around, getting some high fives and congratulations from the Gully faithful over the far side. Maybe some family and friends over there too, Alex.
Yeah, he's done his job today, Mo. Had to play against sometimes at 2 defenders, and it's made life difficult. Good work from Creamer there. Quickly taken by Payno Andrews. Long throw. Gets it into Sawyer now. Sawyer on the edge of the box. Good work there from Shrivers. Kiama has to clear. Hope. Got to be careful not to lose it here. Kiama again now. Puts a ball up forward, but it's all blue shirts here now. There's an opportunity for Marshall. Jankovic. South looking for a second goal. Pinched there by Kifley, but no one's home. They go back to Lopez. 10 minutes left to go here. Has Gully got one last chance in there? Is Lopez. Got plenty of options to choose from. Goes to Pope. South now controlling the game. Ball upfield. It's a lovely ball now. Chance for Spiteri, making a darting run, trying to get around his marker, but good work that time for Irukunda. Still in. And a foul given away there by Spiteri.
Well played by Terry. Would have liked to have maybe had more impact on this game, coming in for Jamie Latham into the starting 11. He'll be next week. Well, Jamie, we saw him here checking out the action with a few of the Green Gully track-suited up players that aren't involved in the match day squad today. Some big fixtures coming up on the NPL Victoria live stream this afternoon.
Challenge there. And Ragu will get a yellow card, so Jalil Ragu goes into the books. That's his 4th yellow for the season.
He was sold a bit short by that pass there. It looked like an innocuous situation for for Gully, should I say, and then they almost sold themselves into trouble. In fact, well, they did really with that.
Palios has been good since coming on. He's got the goal for him and has made some good runs, and medical come out. Make sure he's okay. So, very good distance here for Harrison Sawyer.
He scored from a similar distance in that cup fixture at BT Connor Reserve. As we watch the replay of that free kick. Comedy capers really for Green Gully's defence, and going forced to make the professional foul really to save their blushes. They still could pay for this, but this is another South Melbourne injury. This is turning into a bit of a micro crisis here for South with 3 games in 7 days. We saw that fantastic work by the South Melbourne social media team with that picture of Andy Brennan's exasperated face holding a drink of water in a post-match photo from a previous game, captioned with their heavy schedule of matches. This match day here against Green Gully in the league, Tuesday night at home against Hume City in the semi-final of the Doherty Cup, and then Friday night in the league again against Dandenong City as they chase Cup and league success. It's a heavy workload, and some of these players are going down like 10 pins.
Well, it's Brennan now. Will he go for goal? He just chips it up into the box. Cleared away from Spiteri. Hard chase by Jankovic. And it will be a corner. South now, Brennan comes over. Looks to whip it into the box. 8 minutes to go plus stoppage time. There'll be at least 5 minutes, you would say, Steve, with the head clash there to Archibald.
Feels like Sting has gone out of this game a little bit now, as Brennan really taking his time to go over and take this corner kick. Gully with everyone back in their own penalty area.
Wind howling now, so it's favouring that side as Brennan whips it in low. Hope gets there first. Ooh, late challenge there on Brennan.
Brennan felt that one too now.
Out of the way. They force the paint to Andrews. Brennan's back on his feet. Shot comes in and it's gone wide. Look dangerous from that side there and that tackle there. They can't afford to let Andy Brennan go down as well, Steve.
It's turned into a war of attrition this game. So, Gully back in possession here. This is Justin Spiteri. Miran Kunda.
Kiama. South get numbers behind the ball. Tavia worked hard all day. Good challenge from Payne Andrews. Good work there from Brennan. They go back to Ragu. Kiama now got a bit of space. Tavia can go wide to Spiteri. South get numbers behind the ball. Waiting for it across now. Anucci trying to twist his way out of trouble. Still going Anucci. Gets clipped from behind there. Referee waves him on. Sawyer and Shrivers now. Shrivers gets back into position. Good work there by the captain. Driscoll calmly back to Shrivers. And a chance now for Gully to bring it out.
South Melbourne still persisting with the three central defenders that they started with at the start of the match, despite only being up against the 10 Green Gully players now. Ball's off target from the Gully left back, Tiama, and it's going to be a yellow card here, this time not for a player. And it's been shown to Ramon Felzon for his part in the discussions that are going on. He's not too pleased about it. The four-time championship-winning coach in NPLWA. He's had a good run since coming across the Nullarbor to Green Gully. Suffered his first loss last week in that 3-2 nail-biter against Dandenong City. Some misfortune the week before with Dandenong Thunder coming back with that late goal through the goalkeeper, Pierce Clark. Funnily enough, Pierce Clark got his head on a injury time opportunity last week against South as well, which I only found out about when watching the replay in the lead up to this game today. He's been certainly a busy boy in the opposing penalty area as Pierce Clark 2 weeks in a row. Imagine if he had have scored a second goal in as many weeks. It's kept the championship race closer as well if that hadn't happened. The premiership race is South Melbourne. They're 10 points clear on the live ladder right now. Avondale and Oakley 7 points behind, 10 points behind on the live ladder. They'll be in action at 3 o'clock, so that match coming up in just over 10 minutes from Avenger Park.
It's going to be a big game, that one.
Can't wait to see how that one plays out. Some good quality on the park for both teams in that one. It's Josh Hope. Pressure from Pios. This goal separates the two sides still. Still plenty of coaching from the sidelines from Esteban Quintas. You can hear that through our effects mic as Gully try and shuttle the ball from one side of the park to the other. And they've sent Jalil Regaig forward as an auxiliary centre forward here.
Can he be the hero?
Foul on Kiffle. Play on's the call.
Cleared by Lampard. Can he be the hero, Jalil Ragu?
He's somewhat of a prolific goal scorer last season at his previous season at Port Melbourne. He's not been as prolific this year, has Jalil Regaig in front of goal, but still won this year.
Hope.
Dangerous at set pieces.
Looks to open up. That one's going to stay wide.
Bit of a worm burner in the tired legs out there as Josh Hope thumps the ground with his right hand.
So 2 minutes ago, fourth official yet to put up how many added minutes there will be. South Melbourne now in the box seat. As Steve said, they'll be 10 points clear with the game between Oakley and Avondale after this. Brennan now holds it up. Shrivers just goes for the line. Payne to Andrews comes across. Is there one last goal in this game? South just happy to take as much time off the clock as they can. They go back all the way. Inglesi, Painter Andrews. Cross comes in, looks good off the boot. Spiteri brings it down. Goes wide to Kifley. Looks upfield, nothing really on, has to hold it up. South get numbers behind the ball. They're going to turn it over. Palios now. Plays a 1-2. They can go wide. Painter Andrews now. Palios needs to get back on side. The cross came in but cleared by Shrivers. Pope brings it under control. Getting to the final minute. Looks like there's 6 minutes at a time.
There's a long delay for that Ross Archibald injury. That is the confirmation from fourth official Blacko Trocheski. 6 minutes, so plenty of time to go in this one. If we can see some more late drama, but Sawyer's going to try and kill this game off. Back to goal. Pios, now Brennan. Sawyer again. First time ball. Loaded in by Pios.
Oh.
Posted off the back of Driscoll and out for a corner kick. Well, the young man has lit up this match since coming on as a sub. And he nearly had a brace. Couldn't have been much closer there. Just a lick of paint off. That one going in the back of the net there, Alex.
Yeah, almost coming off Driscoll. Luckily it went wide. But South once again. And Palios has really turned the game since he's come on. The youngster. Given an opportunity by Esteban Quintas. And he's rewarded him with 3 points here. South now from the corner. The low scrubbing ball. Oh, it's flicked on. Inucci just clears wherever he can. It falls for Lampard. Another chance for South now. Cross comes in from Lampard. Brendan was behind. Pope shouts for handball. Still going Hope. Just has to get rid of it. Slid past the challenge nicely now.
Gully. Every blade of grass out there today is Josh Hope.
He's got 5 minutes left to go. Tavia. South try to get numbers behind the ball. Hope again. Goes wide, but the pass wasn't as good. Oh, good work there from Creamer. Inucci now. The slide coming in that time from Inglesi. Had to make a contact with the ball. Quickly taken. They're really going for it now, Gully. Can they pinch a late one here? Inucci. Oh, and that one from Hope that time, just a bit too heavy. Some tired legs out there, Steve.
Yeah, Jalil Regag was the target waiting in the box for that one to come through. Cross never came. Melbourne's going to take the throw here and just taking their time with the throw. Hayden Andrews sends down the line looking for Sawyer. It's going to be a foot race here. Sawyer's going to try his luck from distance. That was ambitious. He was off balance. He was always swerving away from the goal. And Gully intelligently here get the ball going quickly through Driscoll's goal kick to Spiteri. And now Ali Kiffel, the only sub to come on the park for Gully. Ramon Fel's side so far this afternoon. Tired legs out there for these Gully players. They've been playing with 10 men since the 54th minute when we saw sending off Ado Kadakpo. This is good play from Iannucci. He floats it over to the back post and hung in the air. Lampard's header caught in the breeze, and he can only succeed in putting it out for a Green Gully corner kick. So perhaps a chance for the set piece, and Liam Driscoll is interested in doing a bit of a Pierce Clark here, Alex.
Yeah, they have to now. It's all or nothing. We've played 2.5 minutes. So last roll of the dice, you feel like, but they've got to be careful here, because if South get the hold of the ball, it's an open goals. Cross comes in. Oh, it's a floater. Ragu got up there, headed away. But Driscoll has to get back now. They go back for another chance. Another cross into the box. Oh, it's headed backwards. Carefully. Oh, it's open goal now. It's a foot race now. Painter Andrews. Yes, Brennan in the middle. Plays it in. And Creamer's there. Kiama, sorry, is chasing hard. And Driscoll's still not back in his goal, Steve. He's staying up.
He wants to stay up in the South Melbourne penalty areas. Ianucci's ball in, flicked on. Regaig is there. It's Jalil Regaig. Oh, he's got Marshall to beat. In fact, it was in Glaze. Glaze did well. Here's Tavir. Bend it into the box. Aerial duel here, headed by Driscoll. Just to clear it away. It's going to break for Harrison Sawyer here. Well, it was a good bit of tracking back by JT Umber before to get back and clear up the danger when Painter Andrews virtually had an open goal from a wide position out on the flank. Wasn't able to get the purchase on it to make it across into the goal itself. Here's Spiteri. Just about last roll of the dice here for Gully. Regain gets there first. He's been busy since he's been thrown forward as an emergency red alert sort of situation striker. Gully need a goal here to just try and give them some hope. The finals race slipping away with what looks like consecutive defeats. This is a good first touch by Emi Pios. He's already got one goal this afternoon and struck the upright as well. Harrison Sawyer's given the foul away here, and he goes into the book for his troubles as well. It was a pretty needless yellow card to concede, you'd think, but Gully are going to go take this one quickly. Here's Luca Tavia.
It's his 8th yellow card, Harrison Sawyer. So
I wonder if there's a striker in the club who's picked up as many yellow cards as I dare say there's not.
20 seconds.
Ianucci now, cross comes in, or it's headed back again. Ragu, they should have maybe kept him forward. Hope, chance, Spiteri came flying in. Hope! He just had to keep it down, and that sails over the bar. Gully are absolutely throwing everything they can at this one.
Oh, it's been a spirited effort by the 10 men of Green Gully against a dogged South Melbourne defence that's lined up with 5 across the back, 3 central defenders and wing backs today. They've had no Ado Kadakpo since the 54th minute when he was sent off. Felsen only using the substitutions bench just the once as well. These players have worked so hard out there and they haven't given up. Josh Hope was so close there. Had he been able to keep his shot down to taking a share of the points.
And that'll be it. South take a big victory here against a very determined Green Gully to the sole goal from Emil Pelios. And in the end, just had too much. That extra man advantage was just enough for him. But credit goes to Green Gully. They tried and tried all day to break through, but just the defence of South held up, Steve. And in the end, that sole goal from Pelios was enough for South to take home 3 points and quite possibly give themselves the premiership plate.
As we see in front of us, the two managers, Ramon Falzon and Esteban Quintas, hugging it out in front of us. A real bit of affection. We'll get that on camera there. Good work, Jordan, for Sportscast Australia as well, behind the camera to give you the best look at the action from the comfort of your own home this afternoon. An enthralling encounter. Maybe if you're a fan of high-scoring shootouts, certainly didn't have that for you, but it was the tactical nous of Esteban Quintas up against the expert coach from WA, Ramon Falzon, and Esteban Quintas with such depth available to him on the bench. It was his subs that come on to make a difference. Jack Painter Andrews setting up Emi Pios, who fired the only goal of the game into the back of the net on 65 minutes, and that gives South Melbourne that 10-point lead on the live ladder, and they're so close now to that Premier's title for season 2024. We look forward to seeing that match kicking off in a minute. Avondale and the Oakley Cannons. You can switch over to that one and catch that one on your YouTube channel. Looks like the rain is about to start falling down here, Alex. We might have to wrap up, but thank you for your company. It's been great working together for the first time ever, actually, in NPL Victoria, round 22 of the competition this afternoon, where South Melbourne have got the points here as the rain does start to fall. Thank you, Jordan, behind the camera. You've been fantastic once again, and it's been a pleasure to have your company from home, wherever you've been tuning in at full time here at Green Gully Reserve. It finishes Green Gully 0, South Melbourne 1.